Welcome to Frequency Matters, the RF and Microwave Update series. I'm Pat Hindle. I'm here with my co-host Gary LaRude, and we have a special guest today, Tom Cole, Vice President of Sales and Marketing at Integra Technologies. Welcome back to the show, Tom.
Thanks, Pat. Thanks, Gary. It's good to be back with you guys.
So we talked with you guys before about Integra's unique palette approach to high power solutions and a little bit about your high voltage GaN transistors. So how has business been affected by COVID? Have you seen an increase or decrease?
We're very thankful. We've actually seen a pretty significant uptick in our business, and that's driven by a lot of factors that we see with just the level of integration going up and what customers are asking us to do, kind of extending from the transistor realm into the palette realm for certain, and providing full kind of turnkey solutions where somebody would have done their own PA design in the past.
So if you look upstream from your products, what trends are you seeing in the markets for high power devices and amplifiers?
So for us, COVID has had a dramatic impact on retirements around the industry. And one of the trends that we're very clearly seeing, and most of the new business that we're actually enjoying right now, is coming from doing integrated pallets, where 3-4 years ago, pre-COVID, people would have taken transistors and done their own PA designs. So that trend is accelerated through COVID with a number of people who have exited the design space. And so that's been a very positive trend for us in terms of providing high power solutions, which is the other piece of this. The other two trends that I would cite are a need for higher power in a single transistor package and broader bands, much wider bandwidths at much higher powers than you can do with conventional 50 volt architectures. So those are two trends that we are squarely seeing that have come right into our sweet spot and that we are executing on right now with our teams.
So how is Integra addressing these trends in the marketplace?
So for us, I think part of it is the technology that we have developed. So we have a very unique palette solution that we call our pin and socket palette approach. This is something that we are able to take a existing design for someone in our semi-custom approach, where we tailor it to their specific frequency and power level, but give them a solution that's actually plug and play. No touch labor required to solder on tabs to the pallets to connect them into the larger assembly. They can simply drop in the pallet, bolt it in place, and all of the signal and DC's feeds are addressed through the plug and play pins that we have. And so it's just a registration drop into a socketed fixture or socketed system element, and they're able to immediately connect the pallet and go. So for field replaceability and for other ease of use, it's been a really good solution for them.
Yeah, that sounds like a very elegant solution. So beyond those products, tell us about any other new developments you're working on that you can share.
Yes, we're very excited to take the lid off of the pot here that we've had simmering for quite a long time with respect to our 100 volt and 150 volt RF GaN on SiC. So that is something with this high voltage process that we have developed over the last 6-7 years. We now have the ability to bring this to bear and to really move the power levels of an individual transistor from a kilowatt or a little bit thereover to multi-kilowatt. That is what gets us really excited. This brings to bear a couple of ways that you can use the high voltage technology. The first way being we can do much higher power levels in a single transistor. So we are right now architecting L-band parts and other S-band and subsequent radar parts with multi-kilowatt power levels in a single transistor. And that really wasn't possible at 50 volts, but going to the 100 and 150 volt case, we can do substantially larger powers. And this really dovetails nicely with our thermally enhanced GaN IP. So as we've talked on previous Frequency Matters and different publications that we've done, the IP that Integra owns and has developed for thermal management of the heat that is generated by these very high power parts allows us to come and also put that to the high voltage technology, which is enabling us to claw back some of that extra temperature that is a result of operating at the higher voltages. So this is really something we look to enable really two areas and really create two new market replacement segments. Number one, traveling wave tube replacement for very high power, multi-kilowatt type of transistors used in pallets up to the tens of kilowatts, where we can actually put together those elements and replace a large tube. The other side of it is very wide band architectures. So as we know, there's a lot of trends in the DoD right now for drone jamming and for directed energy. And so when you look at how this technology enables broadband jamming at much higher powers than conventional MMIC type of devices, it's very exciting as to what we can do with this. And so we've been under contract since the summer with this, and we are actually now in the rounding third and heading home on the qualification phase. So we're very excited to start to roll that technology out here this year for the benefit of different types of systems and system architects.
Wow, that's very impressive. Thank you, Tom, for talking with us today about what you're seeing in the market and what's going on there at Integra Technologies. Combining the market and some of your new technologies and your new products, sounds like 2021 should be a great year for you and the team there.
We're very excited, and we're looking definitely forward to getting out with customers again, among other things here post-COVID, and being able to really show the technology and what it can do. So as always, thank you both. It was a pleasure talking again, and I hope the next one of these we do, we're all sitting in the same room for a change.
That would be great. And we want to thank our viewers for watching and tell you to stay tuned for the next episode of Frequency Matters coming soon.